who helped you along the way through those personal times through your career, as am I. And, we welcome, and obviously we always say, why? Why me?
Yeah.
But then when you look back, why not? Why not you? Why the hell not you?
And, on the sales training side, years ago when I started, and the same thing in a dealership, what I tell salespeople is, in this year, 10 years, whatever the time period is, somebody's going to be number one.
Yeah.
Why can't it be you?
Absolutely.
And I took the exact same mindset in the sales training space. Somebody's got to be number one. Why can't it be me? That's very true.
I like that. So you've been listening to the Read Method Insider podcast, folks. It's episode 26 where Dwayne Marino and I are here. Just going to dive into 4 top characteristics of super sales achievers. I always have trouble with that word.
That's okay.
And the 4 that you mentioned, and when we talked about earlier on the list, I could see why you picked those 4. Okay. Because the first one that we'll dive into, attitude, I think can pretty much set the stage for whether you're successful or not.
Yeah.
So attitude is everything, as you say.
Totally.
So why does it keep popping up, in my opinion, to be constantly addressed?
In sales, you get a lot of rejection. You have a lot of challenges. You have a lot of criterias and quotas you're supposed to meet. When you first start out, everybody starts in the bottom 20%. And if you're able to get to the top 20%, that's fine. But everybody's got to start there. So your attitude as you try to dig yourself up out of the ditch or to the top of the pole or whatever else is what's going to fuel your ability to use whatever skills people are teaching you to use. And, we often say in simple terms, the best time to sell something is right after you've sold something, because there's an attitude there or a vibe or an energy or a mojo that the customer picks up. So the challenge is in a bad week, bad month, whatever's going on, is to maintain that so you still allow yourself to take advantage of whatever sales opportunities you have in front of you. And without a good attitude, you can't have a good process because you can't use whatever process you know. You won't have a good work ethic, and the whole thing's going to fall apart.
So while I was doing, a little bit of research for this particular episode, and I came across another Jim Rohn quote where it's attitude drives action, action drives results, and the result drives the lifestyle. Right? So it all starts with that attitude, because it's obviously your great attitude that, in the GMAC days or the GM days that led someone to, stick up for you. It's obviously your attitude where you'd get a call from Joe Girard, and after talking to you, would invite you on such a magnificent stage, or a setting that would propel your career. So one of the another quote I want to read for the audience, because there's a lot said in this quote, another Jim Rohn quote. He says, "By your attitude, we decide to read or not to read. By your attitude, we decide to try or to give up. By your attitude, we blame ourselves or our failures, or we blame others. Our attitude determines whether we tell the truth or lie, act or procrastinate, advance or recede. And by our own attitude, we and we alone actually decide whether to succeed or fail." And action is something that has become now a part of my routine, and I'm always double checking and triple checking whether I take action. And this podcast was as a result of taking action, because I was listening to the Success Magazine podcast where Mel Robbins was on, author of the 5-second rule. And she was talking about how she hated being a lawyer. And, she was speaking here and there a little bit and how that evolved. But it's all about, when you think of an idea, instead of procrastinating and planning forever, you got to start or take action. So this is where, and that's all based on an attitude, because that attitude is driving, you towards taking the potential action and having the discipline to take the action.
That's right.
Yeah. So, which leads to the next success tip, and a big characteristics of top sales super achievers, and that is focus. This is one topic